Happy Tuesday, happy Tuesday, happy Tuesday. Very, very quickly, I'm going to jump in and go over how to prospect on LinkedIn. If you are on Instagram and you'd like to see this entire training, simply click on the link in the bio, wherever it's at, click on the link in the bio. It'll take you to the page and just search for this one called LinkedIn Prospecting, and you'll get all taken care of. Otherwise, if you're on YouTube or Facebook or elsewhere, just hang out here. We're going to jump in. I'm going to show you how I prospect on LinkedIn, maybe give you a couple of different ways to actually set up yourself to have a real MLM exit plan. And part of that MLM exit plan is being able to get out of your current situation, right? Move out of your job, maybe move your spouse out of a job, maybe get out of some bad finances. What is your exit plan to move from where you're at now to get to where you want to go, right? So that's what the MLM exit plan is all about. If you'd like to jump on and join us this evening for a webinar, I got an absolutely awesome presentation to show you how you can leverage yourself to move out of MLM or not move out of MLM, but to actually position your MLM in a better position to help you move out of your current situation. So I said a little bit different. If you'd like to, just simply go to MLMexitplan.com. Go in there, follow the instructions, and we'll get you set up to join us tonight. Again, tonight's presentation is not a business opportunity presentation. It's simply how to help you move forward and make more money for sure. So let me close down my iPad back here. So let's jump in and do this. Hey, Ed, thanks for swinging by. So we're going to talk about LinkedIn prospecting. If you're going to get out of your current situation, right? If you're going to move forward, you've got to be disciplined. You don't necessarily have to be motivated. But you definitely need to be disciplined in having a disciplined system, a consistent disciplined system that's going to help you move forward. And one of those consistent plans is prospecting. You can prospect on LinkedIn. You can prospect on Facebook. You can go to yellowpages.com. Wherever there's people, you can reach out to them and say, hey, you want to look at my stuff? Right? And we can go from there. So I'm going to show you how I do it on LinkedIn. Hopefully I've got it all set up and ready to go. Let me go over here and make sure I've got my little script thing here. Let's see. There we go. I'm going to copy this. There's no right or wrong way, right? You can't say the wrong thing to the right person. The whole goal is to get yourself out there as much as you possibly can. If you ever have any questions about anything I'm sharing, don't feel free to shoot me a text message and we can chat. If you just call me, I'm not going to answer. But if you shoot me a text message first and say, hey, Forrest, this is Ed. Saw your Let's talk for a minute. I want to see what you're talking about. And we can definitely put that together. One of the coolest things that I do have in my arsenal is I have a salesperson that works for me 24 hours, 7 days a week. Absolutely. I send him out on the road. He comes back with money every single week. Send him out on the road, comes back with money every single week. Send him out on the road, grows my revenue every single week. Send him out on the road. Absolutely awesome. And doubles revenue and income, or doubles income just about every 6 months. Absolutely awesome. Probably one of the coolest salespeople I have in my arsenal. Works for me 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And all I have to do is sit back and collect a paycheck for it. So it's a pretty cool opportunity there. If you'd like to learn more about how you can leverage my salesperson, let's connect on that as well. So let's jump right in here. I'm going to show you some LinkedIn prospecting. And let's jump over to LinkedIn. I have a free LinkedIn account if anybody is asking. You're going to come into your connections, right? You're going to come into connections. You're going to go to my network. You're going to sort out people. I do the connections in the second and third connections here. I did my keyword. I chose it as salespeople. We're not going to go into that. I'm just going to send connection requests right now. I start out on 3, and I decide, you know what? I'm going to show people how to do this. So it's very, very simple, right? I'm going to come over here to Patrick, and you might be able to get away with about 20 of these a day. If you go to a paid account, you might be able to do more. I'm going to do 15 of these just to give you an idea on how quick you can do this. So I'm going to paste that in there, right? I'm working with salespeople. I'm going to put Patrick. Patrick, I see you have a background in sales. The reason I'm reaching out is because I work with salespeople like you to position their money to double on average every 6 months. Curious, would you be opposed to jumping on a quick 10-minute Zoom to see how I do this, right? Again, I'm not looking to make friends with this dude. I'm not making him be his best buddy. I'm simply asking him a question, letting him know what I do, right? See, you're in sales. I help salespeople double their money every 6 months. Do you want to jump on a Zoom to see how I do it? Very simple, to the point. Don't need to be beat around the bush. he's going to come back with some type of answer. He may not reply at all, right? He may not say, whatever's in the back of his head or whatever it is. I really don't care at this point. My goal is to do this as many times as I can because I'm fishing. I don't know when Patrick is going to jump back on the LinkedIn. It may be a week, it may be 2 weeks, maybe a month, and maybe 6 months. I don't know. I don't know when they're going to be on. LinkedIn operates a little bit different mode, but I could actually do this exact same message on Facebook to business owners on Facebook to say I work with business owners like you. I see that you're a business owner. The reason I'm reaching out is because I work with business owners like you to position your money to double on average every 6 months. Curious, would you be able to post, jumping on a quick 10-minute Zoom and see how I do that? And my goal, because I know if I get them on a 10-minute Zoom and I show them what I've got, like the people that take action on that on the information I share with them, have now positioned themselves to double their money every 6 months. I know that for a fact, right? And again, I say on average every 6 months, might be 7 months. It could be a little bit sooner, a little bit later, but that's on average. I know that based on what we've done for the other 400,000 plus people that we've helped. So absolutely awesome opportunity. Again, you just have to change. And I know I said that really fast, so you might have to rewind it to get back to say that, but think about it. Get to the point. Don't waste people's time. You don't need a lot of fluff. You don't need to do a lot of rapport building. Your rapport building is going to come from your credibility of showing up on social media every single day, talking about what you do, talking about what you do, talking about what you do. Give people an opportunity to sort of do some anonymous research on their behalf to find out if you're a real person, to see if you are really, really legit or not. So my goal isn't to get him to respond back in 10 minutes. It's just to simply drop this in his box. If and when he sees it, he may or may not reply back. I really don't care. My goal is to reach out to people every single day. My goal is to invite people to our webinar that happens on Tuesday night every single week. I probably sent out like 180 invites today and did like 200 last week. My goal is just to do it over and over and over and over and over and over again. And that's what produces results. That's advertising, you guys. It's advertising, putting little messages of hope in people's inbox. It's like putting a billboard up on the highway so that when people drive by, when they're ready, they'll pick up the phone and call. The phone, calling on the phone number on the billboard isn't to sell somebody something, it's to get them on the phone, go through their wants and needs, find out what their value is, find out what they're looking for, then move them to your next appointment, right? Or maybe even set them up an appointment to come in and do an evaluation with them to find out if what you offer is going to be able to provide value to them, i.e. get them on a 10-minute Zoom to see if what I'm going to offer them is going to actually provide value and if they want to move forward to the next step, right? So here we go. So said all that to say this, you max out at 300 characters. If you want to use this, you can absolutely feel free to use this script, right? So I hit send, I'll go down to the next person, add a note. There's another Patrick, 2 Patricks in a row. And it shouldn't take too long based on how fast I can type people's names in here. Hit send, go down to the next person, add a note. This guy's name is Dan, right? Add a note, hit send. Very, very easy. But isn't this spamming too? I don't care, right? Well, you can call it whatever you want to. I can tell you this. I'm not going to stay broke because I'm worried about somebody's worried about it being spam, right? It is not LinkedIn is a platform designed, at least originally designed, for people who want to put their resume out there and say, this is what I do. Come and ask me about your opportunities at your company. That's exactly what I'm doing. I help people make money, right? Coolest opportunity in the world, I think, right? As a result of helping people make money, guess what? I make money. Pretty cool opportunity, right? Just like all your financial, and I'm not a financial advisor. I don't want to go there, but financial advisors, that's what they get paid to do, right? They help people make money. They help people set up retirement. And as a result, they get paid. Amazon affiliate program. I set up an Amazon affiliate program. Set up, go out and create some sales. People get paid. Pretty neat, right? So let's go to the next one here. I'll do this next page. And then I think I'm going to be done. LinkedIn may kick me to the curb here. May start sending me some messages. If it sends you a message that you maxed out for the day, then just stop, right? FNE, right? Don't need to rush this. That's it. I'm just going to go through and do this. And you need to have your prospecting plan. And if you do this every day, right? Again, if you get onto one of your social medias and it says, hey, you've reached your connection limit, then just stop, right? And just start over the next day. Not the end of the world. You don't need to freak out about it. If somebody gives you a hard time about what you're doing, just move on. Just block them, really. Just block them and move on. There's no sense in well, somebody said, "I'm just," are they a better salesperson than you are? Do they believe in more? And do they believe more in what they're telling you versus what you're trying to get them to do? Right. Let's see. This is Paul. Right. I don't know why the little chimey thing's going off every time I hit send, but it is send. Right. If you decide you want to go into the premium side, you can. I don't know what it might add as a feature, but you could try paying for it. I want to say it's like $50 a month or something like that. Oh, and on LinkedIn too. If you're a veteran, if you have a military background and you're a veteran, you can get a year's worth of premium free. You just have to go Google LinkedIn LinkedIn veteran, and it'll pop up and it'll tell you exactly what you got to go through. They do like a verification form to verify that you're in the military, and then you get a free year's worth of premium LinkedIn. So really cool opportunity there. I did that, took advantage of that opportunity. I'll take anything for free. I honestly don't know what the additional benefit is. You can try it out and see. Might let you send more direct private messages to people you are. Again, these are connection requests, right? So when the connection request comes back, I send a little bit different message because a lot of people accept connections on LinkedIn without necessarily reading. Yep, I'm still good to go. I'm going to do the last one without actually reading what you sent them. And when they do reply back, I can see what message I sent them, right? And I can reply back with them. Let's say, for example, if this Paul guy replies back and accepts my connection request and says, cool. Yeah, thanks, Ed. So if he replies back and says, yes, he accepted my connection request, I'm going to sort of follow up with a message I sent him. Say, hey, send you this message. Would you like to jump on a quick 10-minute Zoom to see how I help salespeople like you double their money every 6 months? He's going to say yes or no, right? That's, again, it's continuing on in the conversation because a lot of people just hit accept. One thing I don't do is I don't send connection requests to people without a picture. Again, that's me. You can do whatever you want to. Majority of these people on here, quite a few of them are in the St. Louis area, but I just did, sales worldwide. And at the top of the page, I came up with 14,400,000 results. I could live here for the rest of my marketing life and not have to send out any other messages, right? But again, this is limited to maybe 15 to 20 a day. So I'm going to jump over to Facebook, and I'll talk about that tomorrow. We'll show you how I reach out to Facebook business owners tomorrow, and we'll go through that, and I'll show you how to prospect business owners on Facebook using a very similar message. So hopefully you got some value. If you did, share your takeaway. Appreciate it. If you want to set up and see how I have this awesome sales guy, right? He's just absolutely awesome. Like I said, he goes out and works for me 24/7, 365. He has a really, really cool opportunity. He duplicates for me. He generates revenue. He grows my monthly revenue, generates income weekly, 24/7, 365. And when I throw him out into the universe, he brings back money to me. It's not a lead generation system. It's not any kind of stuff. If you'd like to learn more about him, you'll have to reach out to me and I'll show you the secret sauce. It's a very, very cool way to earn more money, right? Without having to recruit or market or do any of that kind of other kind of crazy stuff. Love you, appreciate you. Jesus loves you. Absolutely nothing you can do about that. I'm on a mission to have no more empty refrigerators and help you make a lot of money. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.